What's up, YouTube? I know I'm cranking these bad boys out right now. I'm sorry, I'll probably slow down in a minute. Or I might not, I don't know. Depending on how I feel. The moon has a lot to do with me. Being Pisces moon and being a Cancer. So, we went out of Virgo. I'm very thought-filled from Virgo. Anyway. And people will be like, the moon don't exist. I'm like, it's there. Even if it didn't exist. The thing is there. The astral body, even if somebody threw a massive anything made of any of the four elements out there and it existed and circled around us, it would have an influence on us. If it's in our world, in our realm, it has an influence. Everything has a relationship to you. It's just about the relationship itself. But let me get on topic here. The third world and reincarnation. Like many people say, you graduate from the mineral kingdom to the plant kingdom to the animal kingdom. And then they say the human body would be considered somewhere in that animal kingdom, being a mobile body. So they're saying you're as awareness, you graduate, basically. You graduate from being a founding factor to things to different levels of awareness and sensation. Because that's all this is. Your body just feels sensation. It's all senses are basically the sense of touch. I know people want to separate them, but they basically all sense of touch in different levels of density. Whether it's just you processing light, so your body processing light. So whether you're a blade of grass or a flower or a vegetable or whatever, an apple, you have sensation. So you graduate from that to mobility. Either way, you started from the germination stage, the void state. That's where all life emanates from, the darkness. So we're going from that to the four elements, whether you're a mineral or whatever you are. You're made of the four elements, and you graduate to your plant kingdom. Then from your plant kingdom into mobility. You were still grounded, though, the whole time. And you were still in somewhat motion. Plants can move. They reach for sun. I've seen plants wrap around wires and all types of things. They move. It's just more subtle. It might be they're just moving on a different wavelength and a different time frame. Like there's plenty of YouTube videos out there talking about the frequencies plants reside at and how they're in tune with the universal heartbeat, the universal breath. So it's all harmony. Again, it's the universe, one verse. It's like a song, it's like a dance. So the pitch of the body or the beat of the body is everything. If you're on beat or off beat, you're going to have hiccups, indigestion, all the things that a car would have if it's not firing at all cylinders. So we graduate from this animal kingdom, which is the third kingdom, to being total untethered awareness and will that can incarnate at will into anything. So that's what people would say a Buddha or a Jesus or Krishna. And they want to call this New Age. Buddhism and Hinduism, these are thousands of years before Christ even. And they're unoriginal. So it's like, and you got plenty of people that would say that they're all the same person, which I'm not going to, you're not wrong by saying that. It's whatever you want to call it. But all I'm saying is that when it comes to reincarnation in the third world, that the third world would be that median between one body and the next. Like astral projection and going in a trance and slipping into someone else's mind and these different things. All that is going from one body to the next. And then there's a middle ground there, common ground if you want to call it, whatever. Which is that in-between stage for anything that you want to be, whether you're a blade of grass or a flower or a dog or anything, any material. Like your house is made of, it lives, it breathes, everything is made of the four elements and it's all life. It might be dying, but at some level it has life in it. You know, like all non-organic things are just dead organic. That's it. Or dying organic. And it's hilarious how you go in the store and they'll say natural food section. Like, what does that say about all the other foods in there? But let me get back to the third world. The third world is that middle ground. This is where people lose so much from dream experience, which you're calling a dream experience, other bodies, other minds, so other windows basically into other wavelengths. You're losing the experience in that middle ground back to the body. Something is happening there, whether it's trauma or the body's distracted. Something is occurring between your body that you call your body and the destination that you go and return from. Something happens in between there where you lose the experience. So that would be called the third world. And anybody living in the third world is a person that is not grasping that experience. They're missing that. They're getting caught up in that middle ground and losing the experience in that middle ground. Something occurs. The will of another in most circumstances. Or lack of the knowledge of self. But that only way you lose the knowledge of self is through traumas, one way or another. Like people don't believe in past life because they've never experienced it. They never held on to the experience. The body wasn't ready for it. And then they go into trance and have bad dreams, and their body's not geared for the experience, so they forget it. And then in their other past life, they died traumatically, and all likely died awake, which is unnatural. And so a heart attack is unnatural, all these things. Then you were born in a hospital, vaccinated, circumcised if you're male or female in some regions of the earth. And this trauma is held on to. It's not forgotten. The subconscious knows about this trauma. It's not like anything is forgotten. It's just that you hold on to that, and then it manifests in your life one way or another. It manifests as a personality quirk or some type of dysfunction. Many of us are dysfunctional. It's just about the degree of dysfunction. So it might manifest as a disease. Might manifest as, it could then manifest as anything. It can manifest as you being accident prone. I guess you could call that personality disorder, dysfunction. So it all comes out. Everything has to come to fruit. Because again, it's coming from seed to fruit. From the germination stage to fruit. This being the fruit stage. This dense level. So that's the third world for you. That's what it is. People being caught up in the dense physical, the fruit stage, and never getting back from germination back to fruit and experiencing the whole process. Hallows Eve, new moon, what's going on?